Hey everybody, Matt and Preston, Nomad Church Collective, coming to you with our fall update video. You know, it's been really awesome just to connect with some of you guys, to hear about the way that you guys are praying with us, the messages we receive from you guys and the emails. You guys are so encouraging, and we want you to know, like, that prayer is very meaningful to us. We believe that first and foremost, like, our operation is all something that God is doing, and we get to participate in what He is doing. And first and foremost, we know that prayer is such a powerful and meaningful thing, and so we're so thankful for the way that you guys have been praying with us. You know, we get to have so many cool opportunities to connect with people day in and day out, and sometimes we don't often get to see maybe how that plays out in the future, but every once in a while we do. And so, you know, recently we've been getting connected with a few folks that we worked with over the years. And, you know, throughout our community, we partner with a lot of different organizations, and they have a lot of touching points with these people too. And so recently, you know, just one young man reached out to me, and he's with a partner organization of ours, and he's living at this place now. And there's so many organizations who worked hard to love on this guy, to help him get to the place that he's at now. And he just reached out to tell me how much he loved and just really appreciated the support and prayers and long conversations and tearful moments through the hard times that he went through to be where he is now. And it was God that did all those things, but there's a lot of people and a lot of organizations who, working together, like, helped him get to the place that he's at now. And it's just a really awesome thing to hear that feedback from, and to know that he's doing well. And just, we want to celebrate that and rejoice that.
You know, to Matt's point, the scriptures tell us about how, as ministers of the gospel, maybe we get to plant seeds, maybe we get to do some watering on seeds that have been planted, but ultimately God is doing the work to make things grow. So Paul's using this agriculture idea of the way God works in people's lives and the ways that He saves souls. And we kind of adopted that early on as a ministry, to look at the different seasons that God has us in terms of working with individuals. And we always looked at fall as the harvest season. You know, we've spent maybe the spring planting a lot of seeds. We've spent the summer, along with others, watering those seeds. And then it often happens in the fall, we get to run into people and hear the ways that their lives have been transformed by the gospel and by the love of Christ that has been shown to them through others. Another example of one of those things is we ran into one of our friends who used to come here to the Outpost with his wife every day. They were working a little bit, but then they would often fall on hard times. They would get caught up in drug use and other addictions, and even sometimes some violence, just really in the life. But he shared with us that this past October, he celebrated 1 year of sobriety. And it was beautiful. And it wasn't just that he said something like, I've been working really hard to be sober, but he understood that God had been working in his life to carry him and his wife to a new place of abundant life, a new place where, yeah, they have to work hard, yeah, they have to really think about how they're going to approach life, but in the long run, they've been saved from the darkness of addiction and brought into the light. And he was just sharing with us how we got to play a small role in that journey for them. And we're very blessed to have gotten to be a part of the story.
And we're so thankful for the way that you guys have prayerfully participated in that. In so many ways, you've participated in that, and we're thankful for that. You know, we get to partner with a lot of different churches in the community, and so we get to do these activities where we're encouraging and spurring believers on to be disciples themselves, and to make disciples, and to go out and to love the lost and the poor and the harassed. And so recently we had a really cool opportunity, partner with Northside Christian Church. Their youth ministry came down, middle school and high school, to just love on the entire community. We spent time in prayer, doing prayer walks throughout the community. They made go bags, which are our resources bags that we give out. The high school was able to go out and do some outreach and kind of distribute some of those bags, as well as both teams got to go throughout our community and do neighborhood cleanups, as well as the high school going down to the river and kind of clean up the river a little bit, like where some old camps were. And that's another way that we want to show the community at large that we're here for the marginalized, but we're also here for everyone in this community to love and show them who Jesus is.
You know, that just reminded me, during some of this outreach that we did with Northside students, on our way back to the vehicles after we had done a little bit of cleanup, we ran into somebody who was someone we had had the joy of ministering to. And she she was doing so much better that I walked straight to my car because I didn't recognize her. And Matt can shine some light on this, but she said hi to him, asked how we were doing, and told us about how her life was being transformed.
Yeah, this young lady, she, for years had just been deep in addiction, drugs and alcohol, and just violent behavior. And I mean, I could go on and on about the things that were just gripped on this lady's life. But same as the gentleman I mentioned before, she's had the opportunity to be loved on by so many different organizations, and she has accepted Jesus into her heart, and she's taken some steps in her life to get healthy and whole, and now she's like living like a more full life as well. And we had a moment where myself and another leader from NSM, we walked over to talk with her, and then the leader asked if he could pray for her, and she was so excited to be able to do that. And so we just stood by the riverfront and just huddled up and prayed and gave thanks to God for the amazing things that he did in her life.
All of these stories are a reminder that God is moving, and he's moving powerfully in the lives of people who from the outside just look like they're so entrenched in darkness. We read news stories, we hear things on the news, we see things on the internet that sometimes just paint this picture that things around us are absolutely falling apart. But the truth is, God is moving, and God is going to fulfill his promise, and he's going to establish his kingdom. And it's amazing to get to behold those things, which is why we have this value of sharing those stories with you and inviting you to take part in those stories as well. So be encouraged that there is a strong light, the light of Jesus, shining into the darkness of this world, and real things are happening, real hearts are changing, and all to the glory of God.
Yeah, and we want you to know there are so many opportunities for you to come and be a part of that, to be in prayer about those things, but also to come down and see what that's like, and just come get involved in people's lives with us. Such a great opportunity as we go out to disciple those in the margins, to be discipled as a believer yourself. And that's something we do for one another each day, and we have people that are doing the same for us, and we want to invite you into that. We also want to forecast some stuff that's coming up in this next season. Fall is also about kind of celebrating that harvest, like we said, but also celebrating a lot of different things. And so we have Thanksgiving coming up. We're partnering with some good church friends of ours, and we're going to be doing a Thanksgiving meal on November the 23rd. It's a Saturday. It'll be during lunchtime. We'll get some more details out to you for that, but that'll be time for just a huge community fellowship here with the folks that we minister with, the folks that come and serve, the churches that we partner with, and just to come together and share a meal and give thanks to God for what he's been doing in our lives.
Yeah, and then of course Christmas will be coming up, and we'll probably have another Christmas Eve time breakfast, another worship time as well. We're always excited just to get to share in community with everybody, and to sit down at a table with the people we serve, like Matt was saying, and the people who serve with us, just to enjoy life together, to celebrate together, to praise God together. That is a great way, if you're interested at all in the work that we do, to come down and take part, to get to know somebody, and to see the ways that God is moving in the lives of those we serve and serve alongside. So with that said, we're really looking forward to seeing you, hearing from you. We're thankful for your prayers, and we will talk to you soon.
Love you guys.